Oh, there...
Take a look at this. No. So it's fine.
Yeah, I wish we could have done it. Isn't the fog kind of thick this It rarely gets this.
Oh, it's you. Perfect timing. They said that starting today, it's...
So she's getting a...
Oh, is that today's He's regained consciousness, but it's hard to say. He's still mentally unstable, but we're slowly piecing together a story. This is still a secret, but you know that diary we found? There were entries about Miss Yamano, Miss Konishi. Looks like Namatame had been making advances.
That's...
Yeah, well, Dojima-san's recovering too.
No, but forget.
Nanako, everyone's here.
Doji? I understand that you're worried about your daughter.
Well,
I'm sorry.
what are you...
It's almost time for your checkup.
I never thought I'd say this as a doctor, but that's why we can only administer
But she's not...
She's regained consciousness. All we can do for now.
Adachi, how's it going with Namatame?
Well, he's awake now, but we only get a little time each day to interrogate him.
I see. Hopefully by then, Nanako...
I think Nanako... It's so foggy out, and there's been some weird rumors going. Seems like no one knows why there's so...
It's true. The number of patients, which is quite... I can't say for sure. It certainly could be a psychological effect. But as far as the fog's chemical makeup, what concerns me is the transportation of our medical supply.
Fog-related health problems. Anyone who says that is just...
Isn't this weather
I've never seen...
I wonder. I heard that a friend of mine's son... You know how sensitive children are to that sort of
They say an old man was...
What?
Well, he'd never been in an accident or even gotten a ticket before.
I've even heard there are experts saying it's...
Do you think it's... This town's changed a lot over the years. I wish...
Oh, I agree completely. If we're going to pay taxes...
This fog is...
He's not the first...
Poison?
Oh,
Oh my.
Oh, that... My.
See you later.
Hey.
My.
Yo! Man, the weather report said it might start snowing soon.
Whoa!
Wow, that's...
We ran into each other back there. The fog's so thick that sometimes you can't see your nose in front of your...
It's definitely been weird.
Visibility's so bad it's scary. It really is hard to see anything in this, though. It's just...
These glasses are meant to help, but putting that aside, no glasses would improve one's visibility in a...
Could the fog... Huh? Well, you guys think it's...
Anyways, let's get him over.
Some specialists are raising more and more citizens are though the government has begun its preliminary
You hardly ever see people walk.
Everyone's too scared of the fog.
It does seem, but beyond.
There's another item of note here. A summary. The suspect was having an affair with the first victim. It seems. Also in April, Miss Saki Kanishi's body. In July, a boy living in Inaba. The boy was initially thought to be the culprit behind all the Last month, the suspect attempted to kidnap a 7-year-old. It seems Namatame is still confined to his hospital bed.
So it's fun, but all that's left is for the police to...
If he says anything about the TV world, he might be considered mentally unstable. Also, I heard before that if the police don't have enough hard evidence...
Yes, there are many...
So even if they're caught, the law...
It's
Hell's up with... We all know he did it. You can't just let a maniac who thinks he's saving...
They better not dismiss something this serious because of some... Saki-san. No, not just her. Or that announcer. If it weren't for what he did, nobody would have tried to cop... It's his fault Nanako-chan's in the...
What's...
Okay.
Oh, I know Nanako-chan would be psyched.
Dude, why didn't you tell me sooner? The winter... All right.
If we're getting a kotatsu, we better get some...
It's a cliche.
The best compliment to a kotatsu would be a heated rug.
Dude, that much juice would kill the breaker the moment you tried to microwave something. Oh yeah, you've never used a kotatsu before, huh?
Can I still... You kept your promise to me, but I don't want to go until Nana-chan...
Of course you can stay.
Nanako-chan would be sad if you...
But...
Don't be silly.
We caught the killer, man.
Teddy, you shouldn't talk that way when Nanako...
I'll stay by...
Oh, that's right. There's no one but...
Hey, why don't we pick out a Christmas present? Oh, that's...
All right, but none of this charge it to Yosuke stuff this time.
Oh, come on.
Dude, the clothes you got for this guy? How many days do you think I had to work?
Well, I can't help it if Juness overcharges for...
Well, I guess you gotta expect that. It's not like shit.
What?
Come on, baby. Don't fight over me.
Stay out of this! Let's leave them be and think of a present for Nana.
But what would a girl her age want?
What do you think Nanako-chan...
Yeah, that white round sh...
All right, as soon as Nanako-chan's out of the hospital.
Yes! Of course! Let's make...
Oh, no, you're not!
Hello, this is Adachi. Nanako-chan's condition... The doctor wants you to come to the hospital immediately.
Come on, let's...
Doctor, this fog... They said so on TV! Isn't there a vaccine?
Calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down! Are you just going to...
Why would we do so?
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
All we can do right now is monitor her.
I don't give a damn
Just. I must ask you to step out.
Hey, this all has to do with the world you came from.
Damn it! What is this?
Why'd it turn out like this?
Nanako-chan's gonna be okay, right?
You guys How? His wounds opened up again.
Any luck with you?
I won't mince words here. We're gonna have...
What?
I talked with the guys at the station, and it'll be next, especially given the reason why we took him off our list of...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that. And the whole angle about him putting people into TVs. No one would believe that. What the public wants is when, where, and how Nama and Dojima-san.
Well,
I'm just...
and you call... If you want to see that stuff so bad, we'll show you!
Hey!
Isn't... Hurry!
What the hell? What?
No. Nanako-chan.
Nanako-chan. Your big brother's here. Where's Dojima-san?
We're...
How's...
Doctor...
Pig.
Nana...
I'm...
Damn it! Damn it!
None.
We did everything.
Dojima... Huh? Huh? But then... Wait a...
Dojima... Adachi-san said he was admitted to this hospital.
You transported into the same hospital?
What are you getting mad at me for? This is the biggest...
Dojima-san's on his way, eh?
Yeah, hold on.
Coffin!
But...
I was always watching it, even though I was the only teddy in that play.
Let go. Who gave them permission to kill Nanako? Tell me that, huh?
The hell with you! Why is he still alive? Give me back Nanako! She's...
Holy... Quick, get him to his room!
His only daughter's dead.
Dojima-san probably knew. Damn it. He killed Senpai, and the bastard's gonna walk away.
Why?
You have your life?
It's your fault that
Hey!
I failed to save her. It's because you got in my way.
How? The real one's...
No. Come to think of it, Namatame never faced his other self, and we didn't witness his shadow returning to his body as a persona either. Perhaps that's why we're...
I failed, and the law can't touch me anyway.
Is that what... Then... He wasn't deranged or anything.
To hell with the law! I won't ever forgive what you did!
Huh? Or do you want us to do something?
Do whatever you want. I don't care either way. But you're different.
Please.
He wants us to stop. What should...
We can't let...
Still.
No way I'm gonna...
This must be a luxury suite. Most Why, with something like this in the room, although once he enters, he may...
Wait a sec. Are you...
You just gonna turn...
That... What? This is crazy!
If we're gonna do this, now, at this rate, the guy's gonna get off the hook, and he'll go around... You just heard what this If that happens, it'll be just like Nanako-chan and Senpai. I can't... Someone close to me died. Her killer can't... There's no way I can do that!
But...
All we have to do is push him inside the TV. If any of you want no part in this, just leave the room. As for me, nothing. What do you want to... We don't have time to wait! What do you... Something we don't... But we just heard the guy's true feelings on TV! What? Well, what is it? Are you even getting at something here, or... Missing? Like, damn it, I've heard enough of this. Are we doing this or not?
He's right. Hey,
What's there to miss with it?
Hey, after what happened to Nanako-chan...
I realize now that we've heard almost nothing from There's no denying that this man... But other than that point, the rest comes from our assumption. I won't deny that we were blinded by the heat of the moment.
But... Yeah, the guy's not saying anything. Whatever reason he had, there's no doubt about the fact that he'd been throwing people inside the TV. It was him who put Senpai through that misery. How can we possibly understand someone who says killing people is the same as saving them?
Failing to understand and failing to listen. Truthfully, not all the hitches that were nagging at me have been answered yet. We'll have to see what he can tell us about them. Though it appears he's...
True. Dealing with him... Damn it. But you better remember this. I'll do everything, anytime... Jeez. Then again, that's why you're our leader. All right.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind... Yeah.
I'll think as... We all know...
Sorry.
You got...
The police officers outside seem to have... If Namatame were to escape, it would be a disaster for the police.
We'll tighten security from now on. So, if you guys can keep...
How is he, Doctor?
He seems fine. Outside...
We should go too. So what's the...
To tell the truth, why did he start killing people? Well, he said himself it was... So, he killed his...
The police speculated the first murder was related to the affair, but everything in his testimony and his bearing, no matter what... If he truly is twisted enough to believe that murder is a means of saving people, I think that would have shown through.
Maybe he started out with a normal motive and got a taste for killing after the first time.
No, if that were the case, his motive for killing Namatame and his wife were... Both Misuzu Hiragi and himself testified. Hiragi also knew about Yamano beforehand, and Namatame was... Their relationship was known and was not strained to the point of murder. The police invested a great deal of effort. Therefore, we have no convincing motive for... Although her name was...
His reason...
It's still possible that he was crazy to begin with, and...
Hey, we could hear you in there. This is a hospital.
Oh, there... Please come with me.
Huh?
What are you waiting for?
Is this... This doesn't quite feel... That's right. I love...
Oh, Nanako-chan came... It's very rare to be resuscitated after one's heart, but until I know why she collapsed in the first place. Still, Nanako-chan...
So, you're actually...
Not...
Miracles do happen.
You all... I'll speak with Dojima. It's rather chilly outside.
I noticed he didn't come...
I figured he wouldn't move from Nanako.
Oh yeah, he has a cell with him. I'll try...
Couldn't save Mayumi. I could. Huh?
I can't reach him.
We took a quick look around the hospital, but there's no... Oh, hey, you're right. It doesn't look that pretty, though. I guess this makes it the first... Hey, Yosuke, if you find...
I know. Man, that Ted... I hope he's probably fine. Well...
What? Do not be alarmed. I have... Now then, do you believe you'll be... The precise destination of this vehicle. If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from... Well, it was for that purpose that I... Margaret?
Yeah, well...
You're the only one who didn't pay attention to the rumors flying around about me.
What's right? What you should choose to do in life?
We are experiencing the...
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things.
All right, let's go.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind...
I'll think as hard as I can. Right.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
As I mentioned previously, though there isn't much time left, it can be...
People are like water flowing in a river. There is only one stream, but some travel fast. Some change their course.
The state of this room reflects the sea. Perhaps this may be a time for contemplation.
Teddy's missing. I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him. Yeah, me too. He was acting all... Rise and the others are checking inside the TV. We're meeting pretty soon, so...
It's no use, man.
No luck for me either. I wish I could do better.
That Ted. We told him over and over that he... Yeah, he plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us.
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. It won't be long before Namata. We must hurry, or we will miss our own...
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but...
Let's quickly... Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano, the announcer, and Saki-san. From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had... After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his...
I want to hear you put it like that.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that...
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely nuts.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about.
Sane or insane?
When he talks about saving people, I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them...
Could he mean saving them? He did call himself a savior and said that the others...
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of... What do you think? If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too." So, wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through... And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he...
Well, maybe he really was trying...
Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so? Morning letter.
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who...
Let's review. Yes, that...
Isn't that kinda... Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like, don't...
Yeah, and the will be put in and killed part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like...
Hey! It's almost... But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to... If someone else...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there...
So Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Everything is exactly the... In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first 2 cases when the victims died. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote...
Someone else? It wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
We urgently need...
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna...
But there's no...
Hey,
I'd like a few words.
this is you. Name of now. I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your. Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent.
He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation.
Huh?
I'll vouch.
Well, I guess it's better than. We have our hands full with the transport procedures. So, Detective Adachi, there's something about a suspicion.
You should back up your a disturbance in a hospital lobby after.
If anything happened.
I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't There's nothing much inside, so he.
All right.
Namatame-san. It's tempting to think that you were the culprit, and to be honest, but we are here to learn the truth.
Huh?
Huh?
No. If nobody's... That's why.
Then tell me if after discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, thus to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer and you repeated the process. It all falls in. His body is weak, but his mind is sound.
Yeah.
There's another killer who...
Indulge us in...
I never thought... Did they find him? Did they find the...
Please calm down. We know about the other. In fact, we're the only ones who can...
We did blame you for everything at first, but now I think we can accept whatever you got.
Tell us...
You... Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, and I started drinking. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows, and forced. I caused her so much trouble. I lost the wit. Then, one day, the room. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blank. And all of a sudden, the Mayumi inside the TV when I reached, my arm disappeared into the TV. As if I was so shocked that I lost my... I was so scared. I couldn't understand what... In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went the next afternoon when I got to work. That wasn't what broke me. It was Mayumi, and not just that, but I was dumbstruck. But later on, was it not a dream? I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so and I confirmed that that image, that's how
And eventually...
I remembered that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a... I'd heard about it before, but But then Mayumi appeared on it. The more I thought about it, the harder it became. Soon after that, I'd lost my job and I wanted to know the truth. Then, on another rainy night, she looked like she was calling for help. The first thing that came into my mind was...
And that was Saki.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that and if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. So I desperately kept watching. I was consumed. Then, little by little,
It became...
How did you find out?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low speed. I met that girl when I delivered a pack. After agonizing over it, I just... But that same night, she looked as if she was peeing in gold. That's why I warned her. Come on! The next day, I knew she was going to be murdered. I blamed myself, thinking there must have... There was no one who depended on me. No, but Mayumi was the only one who had... But she was murdered. And I was beside...
You really did?
Yes. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for...
I think I can kind of...
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our... She was a big-name announcer. But she only worked with local stations. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, that... She'll be kidnapped. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to... I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like... I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, who'll save her then? The girl inside the... And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her? What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over... The girl inside... And I thought, no matter what kind of... Once things calm down, if she's inside the TV... It felt as if everything was... Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power? Was it? But if I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. Mayumi, please...
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed... Mission? Give me a break!
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect but...
If a person is still within the TV world, beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought... It was my friends here who really saved us.
When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself...
You refer to Nanako.
The police were after me, so... But I still felt I needed to do everything I... That's why I... But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so... I never knew. You couldn't even...
No. I'd probably already begun to realize that it was a dangerous place.
See us? Wait.
Yes. I wanted to know why the ones I saved, but in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and ran... But all the doubts and anxieties I thought I was going insane, and you know the rest.
You really...
But I ended up doing just the opposite. I always wanted to enter the world of politics, but after losing my job and the woman, I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary. I never doubted what I saw on TV. I didn't think for myself at all. So, I have no intentions of running away from. Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives.
The Midnight Channel and the other world? We must. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth?
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started. The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing.
I'm such a joke. I'm sorry.
My apologies. We'll.
Wait. I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this.
It's all clear now. It was another party who threw the.
Now get out of here! I told you, he's almost ready to be. Sheesh.
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain. This was the last place we saw Teddy.
How can he flake out like this when we have to?
The police consider the matter closed. Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's.
But it's been over 6.
I know, but we can't give up. And you never know. People might remember. Let's split up and talk. We'll meet up in the evening to discuss.
Release logic. Release yourself. In exchange, never.
This stuff's a lot.
There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit. Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions. The killer must be pretty good to it.
What should we...
Well...
That's not what... But then again, I guess we might as well take a... I'll have a crab and egg...
I'll have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
Let's share what we learned. There really...
The police had an unusually... To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult, and there wasn't a single report of Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't. But otherwise,
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept...
Yeah, I asked around about Teddy. Gee.
Do you have anything, Naoto?
But there must be someone in town. The killer must have a connection, as well as be in a position to observe. Finally, it must be someone who could approach... I need some fresh air. It's snowing.
Maybe this'll help clear my head and get... Hey, is it too bad the fog's so thick? What's the matter? Huh?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police? It would certainly explain the lack of witness. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing...
This is a small town, so... And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being
In fact, he could use his...
Huh. But we're talking about it. I mean, really? Adachi? Are we really on the right...
Actually, I'm not sure how to put it, but... Perhaps it's just my...
It's cold.
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to us...
What? Was he at your...
When Miss Yamano was staying... That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her.
He didn't...
I wonder if he...
I don't know about that, but I heard I found out this afternoon, but I thought, you know, that's just how cops are.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san. I heard it was because there was so little information. It's certainly unusual to question someone with...
Then you think he had something else?
And that something is what connect... Come to think of it, And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up. Was that all the...
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mail, not to mention the fact that he can And...
This is still only a tentative... This is now... Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get... Huh? Right. Detective Adachi is headed to the... We must...
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san...
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times.
Jeez, with Namatame...
So, I've been wondering. You seem to...
Huh? Oh, I mean, we can't leave him here with Didn't you guys... Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako, don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start...
Adachi, there's been a lot of
Dojima... Namatame's already been relocated. I was
Who authorized that?
Give me...
Those first two... His motives are shaky and his out... We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony.
Is this more of your... He's already been relocated. It's... And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way...
What's gotten into you today? It's...
Come on! I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job. You should get back to work too, Dojima-san.
What are you...
We came to confirm something.
The time... I can't say for sure offhand. That was months and months ago too. Why wouldn't I question? But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once. Was that all you want?
The one that was delivered to his house.
Hey, I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing.
Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another? Besides... Gee, for crying out loud! Dojima-san, you really need to get back. And you all need to go home right now. Do you have... I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing. We know for certain now that the first two murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san.
I have no...
'Cause we think...
What? We already know Namatame's the...
What did you just say?
Put them all in. What's this put...
Do you know something about them?
Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before...
To tell the truth, Adachi-san, before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow, then that settles it. How, I wonder, would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to... After all, there are countless examples of people... Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. What do you say?
I don't know. I said I'm busy.
Wait, you son of a bitch! Adachi!
What the...
I contacted security. So he must be...
He's still.
Do you even want? Have you forgotten?
You've got to find it.
He hasn't left this. You mean
We searched every inch in the direction.
He would. If he does indeed turn up on the.
Damn.
I think it's. We're not 100%. Let's. It'll be fine.